Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. This is the big episode, and I've always joked, and when I hit certain milestones, hit them with my pod. When I hit, I think 4,000 episodes with my podcast, because I do it every day or whatever it is. I like to note big monument, big milestones, things like that. Of course, I don't like to note my birthday, which is coming up in a couple of 6 weeks or so. But for some reason, 500 of these stupid Kevin Mason Road Warrior videos is a big deal. I've invested a lot of time and effort. As I said, it usually takes, it's 4 minutes of this, but the time leading up to setting up the camera in the car and getting to make sure the microphones are good, and then coming home and doing the post-production editing, the little trimming and cleaning up and getting it loaded then to the website and loaded to YouTube and then loaded up for when it hits on Facebook a few days. It's a lot of work. Basically, like I said, a half an hour to an hour in every single one of these episodes. It's a labor of love, because the numbers, you can go through and look in there. They're not a lot of numbers. I think all combined, there's decent numbers, but, there's no way to aggregate them because it's not all looking at the same source. It's not a big deal. It's not like it's a moneymaker. It's not like I'm making money. It's not like it matters. But I thought to myself, 500 episodes, you got to do something big. You got to do something different. Of course, here I am, as you see, is what's become the uniform. It's the black shirt, and depending on the weather, you can't, unless I raise my arms, you can't see. Again, I'm wearing short sleeves today because it's warm out. But during the winter months, I've got a black polo shirt with long sleeves that I wear, and I don't normally have a jacket on. The last few years, I've just gotten down to, just keep it consistent. The black works because it all depends on the sun and the sun shading and all that kind of stuff, and the coloring, because, again, you're in a car. I'm in a big, huge box with windows. What can I do different? What can I do special? And I said, why not have a guest for the first time? Now, I would have had to move the camera placement, had to move the camera to the center, or done something. But, I asked my wife, be a guest on the Road Warrior. Nope, not happening. My wife does not, I don't even know if she's ever watched one episode of the Road Warrior videos. It freaks her out. Me driving down the road in the car. Now, again, she could be sitting here right now and you wouldn't know it in the passenger seat. And I could be having a conversation with her. Because, again, it's just the camera's focused on me. Although I guess you could technically see. I guess you could see if she was sitting in the seat next to me. So maybe, okay, I'm lying there. But, she has no interest. Not interested. And again, how different would it be? So I thought to myself, well, what about getting one of my friends? I got a couple of friends who watch all these because they make fun of them. They tease me about them or something I'll say or something I'll stumble on. Nope, nobody had the time. Nobody really cared. Nobody was interested. And I didn't mind. Because really, why change anything? Because again, 500 episodes, it doesn't mean anything. This may not be your 500th episode of the of the Road Warrior. See, I'm already confused. Because it doesn't matter. For some reason, whether it's once a week on Sundays or once a week when it pops up in your Facebook notification or when or Twitter, you may stop by and say, "Oh, what's the idiot got to say?" And I know some friends who like save them up. They may watch once a month and say, "Oh, I'll go in and watch," and they'll go watch 4 or 5 together. They'll hop over on YouTube and just go watch them because they're all posted there. And then, at the end of the day, 500 is, it's a big number for 500 episodes of anything. If you think about it, most TV shows, when they go into syndication, again, that's a half an hour and it's a lot of cost. 100 episodes is a big deal. 500 of anything, it's just crazy. And again, it's just a labor of love because there's no money being made. Again, the equipment's evolved and it's changed, and I've been in a few different cars over the years. But over the course of doing these, off and on at first, because it was just a side gig to another video blog, to my Kev TV blog, back in, 2007, 2008. And it became more of a full-time obsession a few years back. So we don't miss a day, or we don't miss a week. But we love it when you're here. We love it when you watch. Again, and we love it. I don't care whether you comment. I don't care. It's just nice seeing that little number go up and saying, so many people watched the video today. And I'm always curious to see what videos they watch or when they watch or how they watch. And I don't know who it is necessarily. I'm sure there are internet tools that can help get me more of that data, but it doesn't really matter. It's just a big thank you. And I'm going long. And it's been a long way to get to saying thank you. Because again, it's a labor of love. 500 episodes of this craziness. And there are some people I know who've probably watched all 500 of them. And I love them more than they know. And how they're not even family members. We're back next week with 501. Because we're not stopping now, although I did think about stopping, just because. It's hard to come up with 500 different things to talk about. We're back next week. Road Warrior, kevinmason.us. Going to be our home for the Road Warrior for a long, long time, until the wrestling people give up the domain Road Warrior, and they're not going to do that. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. You know the drill. Like, comment, share. Thank you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you giving me over 5 minutes now. We're back next week. See you. I'm rambling.